Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to EvilVEvil. Tonight I am joined by the wonderful Lilith Knox.
Hello.
And the actually staying connected this time, Yogi Wolf.
Don't say it like that, he's going to crash. You really like tempting fate.
Yeah, so far. I'm not pressing any buttons right now.
I mean, at least it did not disrupt the introduction this time.
Absolute fucking menace.
That's an improvement.
Indeed. And we're not doing this on Tuesday, so Steam, hopefully, will not cause a problem for the next 15 minutes.
Theoretically.
If it does, we have a topic we can talk about, just like we were doing last time. More TCG Pocket.
I've got a topic I can talk about, because, I got an interesting story from my roommate last night.
I see.
So
how high does it rank on the tier list of stories? Like, is it like monkeys or?
okay, it's not as bad as the monkeys.
Okay.
It's definitely not as bad as the monkeys. By the way, I can't get back into the lobby.
Oh.
Oh.
The game is more or less soft locked for me.
Oh.
Because I made the mistake of going into my loadout from the lobby screen.
Oh.
And then it has taken me to the home menu, and most of the options are not available for me to click on anymore.
Oh.
So I'm gonna have to exit the game and go back in. So sorry, it's me fucking it up this time.
That's perfectly fine. The intro was complete.
But, yeah, so my roommate goes and donates, plasma regularly, right? He got into it because of, I think it actually because of Iron Mouse. And, cause he actually watches Mousy. He didn't need to reinvite me, surprisingly. It, let me just rejoin the previous session. I think the game realized it fucked up.
Excellent.
Yeah, but anyway, so he does this, and recently he has switched to a new plasma place, because the new place where he's working is in the opposite direction of his old plasma place. So he had to go get a new one that's closer to his work, because he uses the plasma donations, like, because you get money for it, as fun money. It's what he uses to go, like, do his hobbies, like Magic the Gathering, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
But, so I don't know if you know how plasma machines work. Yogi probably does, but I don't know if you do. But basically, they take your blood, like, your blood gets pumped into the machine, and then it actually filters out the plasma that they want, and then your blood gets pumped back into you. Sans plasma.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And there's a couple of different ways that this process can fuck up and break. And one of them is that if the machine detects air getting into the line, obviously it will refuse to put the blood back.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't want to put air inside of somebody that will cause a pulmonary embolism.
That's bad.
It is big bad.
Really
Yeah.
bad.
So, so the machine was saying, like, hey, there's an air bubble. And the technicians were going and trying to fix it, and they realized that there, in fact, was no air bubble. The machine itself was just freaking out for no fucking reason, but they couldn't get it to not freak out.
Mm-hmm.
So it just refused to give back his blood. It stole his blood. And what really sucks is that you know, they sent him into they gave him a Gatorade, they sent him into the recovery area to be like, all right, just chill for a bit, we're gonna measure how much blood, you know, stayed in the machine, because we gotta make sure that you're, like, if you're over or under the legal limit, right? Because there's a limit that you have to, of your blood that can be stolen before you cannot donate plasma until it regenerates,
Mm-hmm.
right? For your own safety.
Yes.
So he goes, and they're just like, it wasn't very much blood, so you're probably under the limit, and you'll probably be fine. And the limit is 200 milliliters, I think.
That's fine.
He was at 230. 230 got stolen from him. So it was just over the limit.
Oh, that sucks.
And he's now banned from donating plasma for 56 days.
Dr.
That
Dracula
sucks
strikes
so
again.
much because it does not take that long for the 30 milliliters. Oh,
Nope.
That sucks.
Yep. Yeah. It sucks.
Indeed.
He was real upset about it yesterday because he does get quite a bit of fun money from it. And, like, I don't fucking blame him. Honestly, I would be real upset too.
Indeed.
Yogi is in fact second in chat.
Indeed. So, when last we left off, we had fought Sarkun, and then we had to power up an artifact that would allow us to tackle him again, and this time with more permanence. So today, with head and face complete, it is time to storm Sarkun's base of operations. Persefida recommends a stealthy infiltration through the old rail tunnels. With any luck, they won't spot us until it's too late. We don't really do stealth here, Persefida. I'm not certain if you've noticed this yet.
Right?
I'm stealthy. I don't leave witnesses.
That's not stealthy.
Works in Skyrim.
Payday says otherwise.
You can only get so
Listen,
many...
if I am running an armor build to bulldoze the bulldozers, right?
Then you're
It's
then that's
fine.
just a tank run. That's not a stealth run.
75 detection, that's fine. Might be literally max, but
A gate blocks our path.
Oh, this door.
I feel like we've been here,
Oh, I
No.
don't...
or at least in that tile set. Because this like set of stairs specifically feels very digital.
Well, yeah, no, the tile set for sure, but
Mhm.
Yeah.
not here. Vending machines. Eco-line natural drinks for the whole family. Apple juice, energy drink. That is not a natural. That's not a natural drink. Orange juice, tomato juice, Vita Blood. And then this other one we've got coffee, tea, beer, soda, blood plus, and water. I like that anime. That's a good anime.
Welcome,
Yeah.
Ash.
Yeah,
How are you doing today?
Blood Plus was good.
Actually,
Rewatch it.
hold on. It seems that I might be having some issues this time.
Uh-oh.
Little, come,
Yes,
come
yes.
here, come
Yes,
here.
what? Where?
Into the
Ah!
where?
My eyes!
Look over here. Look over here. There's a cat on the back.
Oh my god, there is a cat butt. Look at the side of the blue one. It's a cat butt.
Yeah, and on the green one there's a cat face.
Yeah. The cat butt's funnier. Hi, Ash. Alright, I have discovered what we need to do to move forward, but I'll wait for you to unfuck your shit.
I might need to close the game and reopen it.
Okay, well, I'll know where we need to go.
Yeah, because right now it is not actually locking my mouse.
Oh.
Which means if I click outside the game, it then no longer acknowledges.
Yeah. Not a VTuber stream without scuff.
Can't spell VTuber without scuff.
Let's try this again. Okay.
Oh, by the way,
So-
I'm so proud of myself.
So
I am
it did let me rejoin the previous lobby freely. So
Yeah, technically I'm host because I'm the only one who actually stayed in the game, I think.
fair. Congratulations on being host.
Indeed.
Ah, I left.
Yeah, I sent you an invite.
Thank you.
I'm very glad you're doing well, though, Ash.
I'm still so mad that your skin looks better than mine.
Understandably.
Valid. Mine looks the funniest though, so I'm happy.
You are definitely very toy soldier chic.
Titan. Literally looks like a Titan from Destiny. Sans helmet.
Yep. The funnier Titan.
Okay, now it's working fine. Wonderful.
Okay, good.
Hell yeah. So we also need to show Alu the cat butt.
Yes.
We need to get that door open.
Hello, my love. Over here.
On
Look at the bags.
There's bags.
Too focused on the mission.
Indeed.
I was trying to show you the cat butt. It's on the side.
Indeed.
And there's a cat face on the green one here in the corner. Which is very nice. Why is there motherfuckers trying to be nuisances? I dislike this.
Because they're assholes.
It's what they do.
Real though. More.
It is unfortunate that you made plans for the Game Awards, Ash. Is there anything you're hoping to see during the Jeff show?
The Dorito Pope show.
Probably
Okay, yeah,
going
I
to watch
officially
it after
do
this
not
build-up.
like this gun.
Because while I do not care about most of the things being said there, or any awards actually, I also do not care about the Dorito Pope. I do care about trailers.
Yeah, but those
Yeah.
Only positive.
can be appreciated after the show, though.
I don't care for most of the trailers in the Dorito show, honestly. Because most of them are basically the equivalent of movie trailers. They show, like, nothing.
Yeah.
They're just fucking hype trailers. It's just like, alright, cool. I've seen so many of these games, like, look cool and play like ass that I genuinely don't care anymore.
Very fair. I typically more just... Half the time I only really read the press releases, not even watch the trailers. So...
Eh. It's honestly probably the better way to do it.
If a press release catches my eye, then I'll watch the trailer, but otherwise...
Fuck you.
Get over here, rope guy.
Can't run away from my, from my telebite.
Nom, nom, nom.
Also, we will need to gather everyone here.
Coming. Mortar.
Going to grab some more ammo. I need some hammer.
I'm eating the stragglers.
Snacking is important.
And enjoy your meal? Question mark.
So what sort of things have you put on your bingo card?
Yo, sniper, no sniping. Burn. Burn. Burn.
That's fine. You can hang around here, buddy. You're my next meal. Tasty.
God, it's so bright.
Yeah.
Well, if that is the price I have to pay for power, then I'm willing to pay it. It's not the one I wanted to eat, but sure game.
As long as they get eaten, that's the important part.
Nah, they didn't because it was a shield guy.
Oh.
But I expected that you
That's the thing.
I know your moves. I know your strategies.
Pay him no mind. Spill the cult's blood and annihilate them.
My
Grilled
soul
Kuman
is
in the
a
kiosk.
all thanks to you. The secret in your blood, the so-called genetic salt, has proven to be the greatest.
Ow, ow, ow. I'm probably gonna go down. Holy shit.
Still does not know the true nature of who
I'm so squishy.
you are the children of the gods. Now show him your true nature. Destroy them all.
Is too many and the free space? Because particularly the last couple of years, I believe the Game Awards has been about 60% ads.
Yeah.
That's the rooftop elevator.
A new order? Sounds good.
Honestly, I'd probably just make Dorito Pope the free space.
I see.
Can eat that one because I'm too lazy to reload my flamethrower.
At least you admit it.
Oh yeah, 100%. I don't like having to use like the animation to switch out the canister.
No, I feel that.
That's just
Reloading takes away time from setting more things
burning
on fire.
and eating. Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck it. You're running away. You get eaten.
Ah, so all of his jokes. Noted.
Ascend the building. Unleash yourselves upon them. Do you feel the hunger? Do you feel the desire? Let the cult feel your power. The naked, merciless power.
Nom, nom,
Quick as the
nom.
blood.
Almost full of ammo.
Ouch.
And then I can move on. Because I already forgot that enemies are endlessly spawning.
Oh yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah. Unless they are highlighted, they will spawn endlessly.
They were highlighted earlier.
Indeed. And that's part of why it's easy to get caught up in the
Well, yeah.
chaos.
Come on, let me. Fuck. Not high enough.
My knees.
Ha! High enough. Hello, I am the flamethrower. And I've come to find all you snipers and mages. Yeah, I just teleported up
Yeah,
to
fair.
surprise him.
But unfortunately, I think we still needed the thing.
Nope. Oops, I jumped off.
Well, the easy way up is unlocked for you.
Thank you.
I hit the wrong person. Not intentionally, but nonetheless.
Tastes wrong, right? Beep boop. Oh, hold out.
Sniper,
I
no
can do that.
sniping! Get eaten. Oh
Hello
god!
there, fellow beep.
Everything alright?
I fell all the way down.
Oh.
And I'll be back!
That's it. You've broken their resistance. Enter the ancient
Don't forget me.
Let none escape. Feel the fury in your blood and feed.
As he like slowly glide down.
Not even. Just straight to the floor, just like, oh. Okay.
Just smack. Like face first.
Yep.
And get to the elevator. There's nobody here to eat, so I actually have to use the reload animation. Oh.
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 I'm coming, I promise.
Take all the time you need.
You don't have a choice.
Also true.
Well, I'm picking up all the goodies that you all dropped for me first.
There is a severe lack of elevator music here, however.
Hi.
Hello there.
Bum 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 bum. That a sniper.
It's going. I've been playing way too much Infinity, Nikki.
So he needs another worshipper to face you. He fears you.
Sniper, no sniping!
Kill this nuisance.
I'm doing well.
Pleasure in this enemy's destruction.
What the fuck? Ow!
Down.
Oh, what happened?
Got you.
I tanked
Woo.
way too much damage.
Yeah, there were enemies behind you that were shooting at both of us.
There's also orange shield guys.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
The fuckers behind you certainly didn't help, though.
Oh, absolutely not. shoe. I'll try to get more shields away. Perish, perish.
Paul Buckethead here is our target, by the way.
Indeed. I'm trying to deal with... trying to get some DOT going wherever I can. I'm maintaining a nice feed chain in the process.
I'm working on
Yeah, I'm
getting
out
his meat shields taken out.
Yeah, I'm out of solar ammo, so I'll just flamethrower them.
There you go. I got the armor off of most of them. Ow, fuck.
Everything we have done has been to uncover the truth of Darkhold's plans. Each place he led you was misdirection, sleight of hand. It has always been
Man,
about
I
penetrating
almost
the
feel like a
curtain of
bad guy.
to
Like,
allow the Dark Lord Zagreus to enter the
Oh?
world again. He will attempt to
like, you know,
perform one final
setting these
ritual.
guys on fire.
We must discover
Nah.
its location.
I mean...
Oh, I said
They're
almost.
assholes.
I mean, have you considered the title of the game?
Yeah, also true.
Actually, so fair. Actually, so fair.
Alright, time for 500 pop-ups.
Indeed.
Or just spam Y on my controller in between of pop-ups.
Yeah, I just have my mouse over where the button pops up. No, go back to my other gun.
So what can I do now? So we unlocked a new ability, bolstering meal. Got a damage reduction after for 3 seconds after feeding. That's not too bad, but not too tempting either. So I have 10 capacity I can dedicate to something. We'll bring Reese's different back.
I need to... Oh... Need to get more dust thingy.
Yeah, there's definitely a very, very felt drought therein.
Very much so.
Yeah. I need over 10k to upgrade any of my artifacts at this point.
Yeah, anyone's I'm actually utilizing hungry.
Indeed. Oh, I'm getting another skin soon. Let's
Nice.
go. 4 levels. Soon, he said.
So since I'm the host, I get to read out the story bits.
Mhm.
So next is Cut the Cult. Sarkul may have gotten away, but we can still make sure his operation is dealt a lethal blow. Infiltrate the cultist forward operating base and wreak destruction on their infernal technology.
I'm happy
Let's
to
go.
engage in more violence. Oh, but that's very understandable, Ash. Just the infinite backlog.
To end this once and for all.
Indeed.
Look for intel that might reveal
Also, you know,
Sarkul
the
planned to launch his ritual
a
from.
dress-up game like Infinity Nikki is also just not for everyone.
I went the wrong way, I think.
I don't know.
No.
You did not go the wrong way. We just need to gather all players here. Yogi went the wrong way.
Ah,
Oh, I was still standing. Because I was looking at the fucking Makanogi mascot here
Mm.
with the eye patch, and I was like, ah, eye patch. I
Indeed.
feel you. Cute mascot with an eye patch. I feel you.
Are you saying you're a mascot?
Can be.
They have
I have a
Well,
chibi.
hey, you were complaining about not having dust. These are the fuckers that usually drop it.
triangulate the location. The location is in the Arctic. This must be incorrect. I need more data. Location triangulated.
Yeah, this is fun.
In the meantime, shut down this
I
little
finally
waste
got
of
my max level flamethrower augment,
Nice.
the heavy oil one, and it did exactly what I hoped it would. It gives my fire dot more duration.
excellent.
Nice.
It's just like, ah yes,
uses these portals
set
to
them on
direct
fire
across the
and
world.
watch them
The nexus
burn.
of their operations. Destroy the portals and you will deal great harm to their organization.
I'll take him out. Hey, stop shooting me. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck the game wants from me.
Shoot them.
Oop. Oh, there's an order to them, right?
Yeah, wait for the locks to detach, and then you can begin blasting.
Try all that you might, you cannot stop the inevitable.
Count and yes, show yourself and face it.
Continue to destroy the portals. This is the point of no return for the cult. Keep these things off.
I think we were both eyeing the same snack for a moment there.
Big snack. The Capri Sun.
Berry flavored.
Nah. That one was just charcoal flavored.
It's just
So it's
a.
a cleansing one. Got it.
It's a very microwaved Capri Sun.
I don't think you're supposed to stick those in the microwave. I think they
Yeah, I
explode
think-
or something.
I think the microwave
Just-
explodes.
Just like these snacks. At least I'm exploding when I take a bite of them.
No, I think that's just you.
Knock, knock, bitches.
Ah! Well, I will definitely say your flamethrower gave me cover.
Suppressing fire, as they say.
Ah! Snack. Snackums.
Schnackerdoodles. Did that?
Eric, calm
That guy
down!
just-
Oh,
I was too busy. I was trying to fucking get the things. Thank you. 'Cause they're only open for a limited amount of time.
indeed.
The early origins of the cult are located there. This is the location where he will attempt a final ritual to open the curtain of night. Dragons, are you ready?
I have overcome the stain of my
Violence.
serve the order of the dragon.
Okay.
Okay, we need to steal the helicopter.
Get to the chopper.
Now remember, Yogi, don't jump.
Don't what?
What did you say? I couldn't hear you over the sound of the helicopter blades.
Sarkul operated in the shadows, but this is a work centuries in the making. He must have had help.
What do you mean ambush game?
No field. How much you want to bet it's gonna be? We're gonna be ammo starved again.
Most likely.
Yep. Oh, keep going.
Cover me, I'm reloading.
The towers are directing ritual energy to power a portal unlike any you have ever seen.
I just ate this guy's side. I didn't even get his neck. I just bit his side and he died.
Whatever the cost, you must stop him.
Was it satisfying at least?
No.
Is it akin to having to take a really awkward angle on a Capri Sun?
Yeah.
Making ritual sounds like a job for me. Once I'm, up there. He.
Sniper no sniping!
I think I'm hitting these guys in the back with my fire. I don't know. My trail of flames is just so long. ammo.
Incredibly important.
Absolutely, especially with how this game has felt like starving us numerous times in the past.
Though to be fair, it only got bad once. So far.
Boom. Hello there.
And use the hidden base again. You still have your shield up. You don't have one, though. Nice and comfortable.
I didn't realize we moved on. I was still fighting enemies back there.
Yeah, understandably. They definitely don't draw attention to...
When it's time to move on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw ammo packs, so I went back too.
I mean, if this was a better game, I would make the argument of they do that so that way you feel the whole, you know, getting, like, caught up in the bloodlust of, you know, being a vampire in combat. However, I don't think that was the intent.
No,
I think that was probably just a bad game design in this case.
Agreed.
yeah, there really is just a... lack of meaningful cues.
Yeah. Sniper, no sniping! Oh, that's fun. I just had one of the shock troopers spawn in with armor, but the armor didn't actually display for me.
Oh.
So I was shooting him with my kinetic, wondering what the fuck was going on, until I saw the armor break particles.
Oh.
I've had that since the start of the game.
Oh, this is the first time I've noticed it, at least.
Yeah, thus far, anytime I've been shooting someone, I've usually noticed them having armor, with one core exception. Which is... if an enemy spawns in and I only see them from behind,
Fair.
I'm not able to see the shield.
Yeah, I don't rely on their HP bar anymore. Since like the first, second level.
Very fair.
Because it's properly displayed for me anyway, so...
Yeah.
This
game's just buggy.
Yeah. The only things I notice is like, if things go down quickly, that's normal enemies with a fire. If things don't go down, that's usually blue.
Yeah.
I told you once before, and I shall tell you again. Your efforts are fruitless.
Oh god. I almost fell into a hole.
I led you astray, and now time has run out. The Dark Lord.
I don't know, Sakura, you don't make a very, like, convincing argument here for yourself, I feel.
Your blood burns a fire
Yeah,
capable
not
of consuming
really.
the dark.
Yeah, no.
It was unlocked by the relics you gathered. It was enhanced by the hidden faith.
Maybe I just don't feel
And
the
now is the moment
intended
for you to
tension
become
of this
what you
game
were
story.
always meant to be.
I don't think there's really intended to be any sort of tension. Let's be real here. It's a party shooter. Like,
Yeah, they might have had some ideas in in the planning phase, but like she mentions the relics you've collected, and we've only collected one. It was the one you name dropped.
I have grown weary.
Yeah, that little fucker.
yeah.
Once again,
So there was probably intended to be a more lengthy campaign that was cut down heavily for budget reasons.
Sound and view signify nothing.
Possibly. Yeah, I'll be honest, I haven't been able to keep track of what's going on, like, at all.
Curse you, Sarko!
Yeah, no,
Hell.
hasn't been a.
Oh, I'm down. Game decided I wasn't
I can
allowed to
still get you.
feed.
Your blood is
And now
stronger
I'm
than
down.
death.
Oof.
Sarko got me.
Well,
Ow! I'm on fire!
Was me. I think.
No, it was Sarcool. It was purple fire. Sarcool is a dick.
Sarko more like charcuterie board.
but I can definitely see the story implications, what they envision this game to be.
However,
But you know, the attempted intensity of that narrative beat falls very flat in its current iteration.
oh my god, he's running around like fucking Sonic. Stop it! Stop setting
So-
me on fire, you dick!
One thing I have just noticed is most enemies get stun locked if I just hold my flamethrower in like near enough.
Hmm.
Like look at this.
Yeah.
The threat began in the shadows.
Yeah.
You uncovered
Get
it
fucked,
and hunted it to
loser.
the ends of the earth.
Right?
You have dealt Sarkol a terrible blow.
Get stun locked,
Cult
nerd.
will rise again, but not yet, and we will be ready.
Oh.
So we don't even get to properly bring an end to Sarkoon.
No, we
it's
just
just fire.
dealt him a terrible blow.
I feel like I should have killed him like twice over at this point.
I agree.
Yeah, it's strange that the final mission has us dealing with more of Sarkoon's lieutenants. I don't know what to presume they were.
I don't know. But yeah, that's the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
We actually got real fucking close to just finishing it yesterday.
Indeed.
Well, if we do finish it, there's always podcast after.
There's always what? Huh?
Podcast.
Oh yeah, podcast mode.
Always an important option.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we can like bolster stream time to full. Absolutely. Between the three of us, 100%.
Oh, yeah. I hate having to look above the fucking Twitch player to see the time. Why did they put it at the top? I hate it.
I have no idea. That is an awful idea.
But yeah, I'm really upset that like this game presents as something really like stylish. Like they've got a great visual identity, at least like starting out. The skins are questionable. But like they've got like a nice like consistent style that's like edgy but still really fucking stylish, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the game itself just thoroughly fails to live up to it. And
Falls
like
very flat.
very flat. And like I'll be completely honest as well. Most of this like hey, you can tell that the designers I don't think really liked Victoria because she doesn't have near the same sort of like focus in her abilities that you two do, other than like floating, which A doesn't last long enough to really be viable as against anything other than bosses.
Mm-hmm.
And B, the damage increase isn't nearly as much as it would need to be to make it viable.
Mm-hmm.
But also like visually as well, the only two characters that actually look like they belong in the same game are Victoria and your character, Alu.
Yeah.
Fucking Yogi's character literally looks like he was ripped out of fucking Destiny, given vampire eyes, and then slapped into this game. Even with the original color palette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he does not look like he
I was just
belongs
switching
in the
to-
same group.
Yeah. Nah, he.
Ugh.
Nah. The thing that stands out to me, like design-wise for Leon, that just irks me, are the shoulder pads.
Mm-hmm.
Because they are like from the material, they're not they don't feel consistent with the rest of the outfit,
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
and it annoys me. It's a small thing, but it annoys me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It does really seem like there were a lot of ideas that didn't really have... I didn't have the development time to be completed, because just... You would think with the classic strength, dexterity, intellect dynamic of the player classes, that particularly being an genetically modified vampire, you would think that Victoria would have some of the more, roguish styles of vampire elements. Things like a mist form.
Yeah.
You would assume she was genetically modified to be able to use two of her hands to use both of her swords.
Yeah, like outside of the fucking teleport, right? Because they literally only get used in her teleport.
Yeah, no, it's...
So weird.
Because if there were more abilities you could unlock for the characters, then there's so much room for thematic intrigue with this class dynamic with a vampire theme.
Yeah.
Because just Victoria could have Victoria easily could have had one of the abilities of just having an enhanced rapid melee mode,
Yeah.
which would be fantastic for the theming. Or a mist form, or one of a plethora of far more mobility and utility-oriented tools. And instead you get a dash forward and a ghost that...
Only
Doesn't
damages
work.
3 enemies, by the way.
And why a ghost?
Yeah. It's a ghost, it dashes forward and only damages 3 enemies. With this game's enemy density and how long it takes for your abilities to recharge?
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me?
Yeah, it's the same with my targeted ability. I send out chains to 3 enemies to stun them. I'm like, cool. I hit. None of the enemies I actually want to hit.
Yeah.
Because I want to stun the big guys. But there's so many small fry in front of them that doesn't fucking useful.
Yeah. And speaking of, like, not being able to hit the shit that you want to hit, melee range sucks ass.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if either of you have been using the melee, but even with my fucking swords, I don't even know that the swords are actually increasing the melee range over the default. But, like, melee sucks. I can't hit shit.
Yeah, no, the animation is awkward. It has very strange feedback.
It's so short. It's so short range. You have to basically be inside of your enemy already in order to hit them, which, in a game like this, no, you need a little bit of distance on your melee.
Yeah, plus it having a cooldown on top of all of this.
Yeah.
Why?
Like, I could understand it if, like, maybe yours had a cooldown, because you could probably punch people with fire, theoretically. But, like, mine shouldn't have a fucking cooldown. Mine should actually be, like, a viable way of attacking shit, because I have fucking swords!
Yeah. Plus, just, frankly, because I think we all have the artifact of just, oh, kills with abilities will give you more experience, I presume.
Yeah.
Which...
I don't have it equipped.
I mean, you have it, though.
I have it.
It seems like the only encounter that's designed to utilize this is Mashaka.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because, as you've seen, Mashaka can do wonderful things with their abilities.
Yeah.
Their abilities are actually cohesive, and it seems like they're the only one who is.
At least Yogi gets a flamethrower.
That's a DLC.
Is it?
It's the DLC weapon!
No!
Yes!
Oh.
As far as I remember, that's from the DLC. That's why I picked it up.
God damn it.
So, as far as class design, it really is just... we made the mage, and then we threw...
Okay, what's the name of that white suit Marvel guy that says random bullshit go?
Moon Knight?
That's what it feels like.
Yeah, Moon Knight. Yeah, very much so. Oh, I see the fucking DLC that you got. Maybe I should have gotten that shit. God damn, there's a whole ass machine gun in there. That probably would have made this more enjoyable if I got a machine gun.
Probably.
Yeah, I was like, cool, I'm getting the game on discount, so I'm just gonna throw the DLCs in.
Wait, adds 3 new weapons to all characters. A grenade launcher, a Gatling gun, and a flamethrower. Yeah, I would have had a lot more fun if I had a Gatling gun and a flamethrower. That should not be DLC. You should not need to have DLC to make your game, like, fun.
Yeah.
Especially not
Fully
paid
agree.
DLC. I don't care if it's $2. You should not need DLC to make your game fun. I'll be completely honest. This was not fun.
Yeah, I want to finish up the last level. But
That was the last
We
level.
did.
what?
That was...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was the last level. We finished what they have.
Yes.
That's why I haven't readied up anything.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
Yeah, we didn't
that
even get
was
to
so
finish the fucking
unsatisfying.
story!
That was so unsatisfying.
Uh-huh!
I thought there was one more mission.
No,
I thought there was like a whole showdown again.
no,
Yeah, no,
that was the
With
last
with the Dark
level.
Lord he was summoning.
Yeah, I mean, I expected us to at least have a second showdown with Sarkul. I thought there'd be one more section after we fought the 2 bosses in front of the portal. I thought we'd go through the portal and fight Sarkul one last time.
That was Sarkul. That was Sarkul that we fought.
Yep.
That was our second showdown with Sarkul, love.
It's hard to tell because
The floaty one.
Sarkul and his lieutenants are very
Identical.
yeah.
Yeah, no, that was Sarkul. So we even used the artifact and still didn't fucking kill him. That was thoroughly unsatisfying.
Yeah, no.
I see now why, like, I mean, I saw before, but I see why, like, even just the achievements of have 4 mods equipped are so fucking rare among, like, on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because, oh my god, I can see why people fucking drop this game so quick.
Yeah, especially because this game, by its design, with calling this immediately Season 1, there's a very clear design intention to make this something more live service. And
No. When did
this...
this come out? This came out earlier this year.
Yes.
I'm shocked that the reviews seem to be mostly positive.
I feel like a lot of it's just that people are... Because of how niche this was, people were more content with just having dumb fun.
Yeah, fair.
But ultimately just... Because I know that the developer behind this game has had some severe layoffs, much like everything in the gaming industry at the moment,
Yeah.
which has... Currently they've said Season 2 and further updates are delayed, but we'll see how long a delay is. Possibly indefinite, of course.
Mm.
And...
Yeah, I would not recommend this game.
Yeah, this game... If it had more time to cook to what it clearly aspired to be, it would be much easier to recommend, but this is definitely... I feel like... If I want something similar to this, there are some better choices on PC. The Darkness tool has a similar co-op mode that was more refined when I played it.
Yeah, actually, one of the reviews even mentions the co-op mode of the Darkness too.
Yeah, because it is calling back to that era, and were more of those just obligatory co-op editions in the PS3 and 360, late 2000s, early 2010s, locked to consoles, there'd be a stronger niche for this.
Yeah. I say it's still just... It's so disappointing because stylistically this game is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Everything except for the actual 3D models. The 3D models kind of don't look great. But like the art direction for this game is gorgeous. The at least art of the character designs is lovely and gives them so much personality. Like the opening movie is so fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
And everything else is really fucking bland, and I hate it. I hate that there's such a vast difference between like the style of the art and the style of the game.
Mm-hmm.
I think the best thing that came out of this is pop graffiti Nosferatu.
Yeah, definitely. Speaking of, isn't there a new Nosferatu movie coming out at some point?
I believe it's already. I believe it came
I
out.
think it has. I
Let's
think
come
it has
out.
Johnny Depp's daughter.
No, it's not. It's not out yet. It comes out on Christmas.
Ah.
I might have to harass people to go watch it with me. That'll be while I'm down south harassing Lily.
Yeah, and it is from Robert Eggers, who did The Lighthouse, which is a fantastic film that everyone should watch. Well, maybe not everyone, but if you like weird and more art house type horror, where you get to see Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe be strange and eccentric and surreal for about an hour and a half. Then The Lighthouse is a fantastic time.
And Christmas is the perfect time for horror.
Absolutely.
It's cold and dark outside. Don't let your mind run
And
wild
there's-
with the spookies in the dark.
And there's horrors at your table,
Oh?
like relatives.
Bold of you to assume I'm in contact with any of them.
It was a general statement.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. However, I have to be an ass.
However, generally speaking, my statement was correct.
Yes, absolutely. 100%.
So in conclusion, this was mediocre fun while playing. No recommendation to buy for other people.
Yeah, I would say it's a 4 out of 10. It's a serviceable game, but it is aggressively mid. Like, disappointingly mid.
Yeah.
Like, not even so bad it's good, like, where you can enjoy a thing for its jank. It is just so mid.
Yeah, it really does seem that you have the best chance of satisfaction playing as Mashaka.
What I'm hearing is that if we ever need to fuck something up, we just all get the special weapons DLC, all 3 play Mashaka, and unleash flaming hell upon everything.
Yeah,
That'd
basically.
probably be the only way to make this fun.
Yeah, I
I'm
think...
fairly certain you can only pick each character once, right?
No.
No?
No,
Okay.
Hello, I am now Mashaka.
Huh, okay, cool. That's good.
yeah. Just...
Also, actually, speaking of, Mashaka's the only one that has like a background for his selection that makes sense for the character. What the fuck is Leon's and Victoria's? Like, don't get me wrong, I love Victoria's separate from her as a character. I love that aggressive magenta and like magenta and cyan and blue art. That's really fucking nice. Why the fuck is it on this character? This
Yeah.
doesn't look like it fits her at all.
Yeah.
Especially because she's like the closest to like that early 2000s like super edgy vampire look. Why the fuck does she have the super poppy like mix between urban and synthwave background?
Yeah,
What?
Questionable decision.
Yeah, and like even Leo doesn't really fit him. Like, because again, it's a.
No.
This looks like something I would see associated with sports ball in the U.S.
It is very sports ball.
And then there's this grumpy guy with spikes on him, just in the middle of it. Like,
yeah.
really?
It would be...
The only way... Oh, sorry. You go first.
It would be one thing if the chain motif on his background was a broken chain. But even then...
the colors don't fit him.
Oh, the color choices would be entirely revisited, just generally speaking. But thematically, they could have done something here. Otherwise, it's just blam blam.
Yeah, no, like
The
it's
only way... The only way the sports ball motif is in any way, shape, or form fitting is if this was Blood Bowl.
Yeah, absolutely. But also like, if you were like, and again, I like the backgrounds on their own. I think they're really cool. They're really stylish.
Yeah.
But they don't match the fucking characters.
Yeah.
Especially if like we're going with like Leon, for example. You know, so in his base color palette, because you should be designing these around the base color palette. Like, I don't think anybody would argue with that, because that's the, you know, quote unquote canon color for the character.
Yeah.
You would have something more military inspired because of the fucking undersuit that he has, you know, underneath his like chest armor and shit. So you would have something in like the military like green khaki, with like accents of the black and maybe little pops of red here and there. Not this like admittedly gorgeous but blue and white background. That doesn't make sense. And it doesn't seem to like fit his personality at all. It's just they made a cool background and then just slapped it on a random character.
Yeah, no, these backgrounds really feel like they would be more designed for a different game thematically. Just this feels more like the backgrounds feel like they would blend really, really well to like a punk rock vampire chaos thing.
Yeah.
Which,
Or
frankly,
a hero shooter.
Yeah.
and frankly,
this is a hero shooter, but like a different hero,
Yeah.
a better hero shooter.
Yeah,
But-
I was going into the direction of like Overwatch, Marvel Rival, like that kind of hero shooter.
Oh yeah,
Like,
definitely.
competitive Player versus player. That's the backgrounds I would expect from a game like that, right?
Yeah, and I think that like it's pretty clear that they took inspiration from that, and they had no idea what else they were doing, or how it would like all mesh together.
yeah, because just, I mean, to be fair, we do also just need we need more punk rock vampire things in general.
Agreed.
But this game has so many things that, in isolation or if built upon further, could be very strong. However, whether due to budgetary issues or poor design philosophy, it lacks anything it needs to really stand out besides basically being a maybe once a year popcorn shooter.
Yeah.
Because you have these strong backgrounds that could evoke a much more rebellious kind of tone, except the Order of the Dragon is the one who clearly maintains the status quo, so you're really not doing the punk rock thing.
Yeah.
You have these class designs, of which only one actually fulfills their archetype being the mage, and the other two seem completely lost in any idea of what they want to be. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Yep.
Because Yogi, as one who's playing the archetypical warrior class, did you feel bulky at all?
I was down second most. So no, definitely not. And what was like very jarring is when you read like his ability descriptions where the jump is supposed to go in and stun enemies, same with the chains, it gives you like the idea of I'm supposed to be in the thick of it, right? And then the moment I am in the thick of it, I just
Melt.
go down basically. Yeah, I melt. Like even with I've had an artifact in like for half of this game that gives me damage reduction when I'm below 30% HP. I did not feel that at all.
Mm.
Like, genuinely, I did not feel that at all.
Yeah, I do
Like, the-
think several of the abilities are just flat out bugged.
Mhm.
Very likely. But yeah, I cannot see behind me, obviously, in this game, but I did not feel like when I jumped into enemies that they were, like, stunned. Like, a little stagger, maybe, but that's about the same time that my flamethrower was staggering when the fire dot was applied.
Mhm.
We got a raid.
Welcome,
Hello,
Raiders.
Raiders.
How are we all doing tonight? Thank you very much for the raid, Viceperia. Unfortunate.
Oh, plastic duck simulator.
Very fair. Hopefully the rest of your night will be better at least. But hopefully the ducks were fairly calming at least. For those of you who are unfamiliar with me, I am out here, archivist, storyteller, madman. Oh, the duck game broke.
What's that game?
I've not seen that game break before, personally.
Yeah, I've never seen a break either.
This game is called EvilVEvil. It is a co-op vampire-themed shooter that is fairly high on the jank scale.
Yeah. We have spent the last
30 minutes?
30 minutes?
Yeah.
30 minutes tearing it apart, basically.
Yeah.
Because we actually just finished it.
Mhm.
And then to the point that we didn't realize that was the last level. It left off thoroughly unsatisfying with the implication of, oh, you're gonna have to do more to finish the plot. And then there's nothing more to do.
Indeed. This game was hoping to be a live service sort of title, and layoffs happened after, unsurprisingly, not taking the internet by storm. Who could have guessed?
I hope that whoever did like the 2D art for this game, like the backgrounds, the 2D art of the characters, like all of that, I hope that they got picked up by like a good team or something, because the people in charge of like the 2D art design and everything of this game, mwah, phenomenal job. Everything else,
I really hope that the person that made the pop Nosferatu graffiti lives a good life.
Understandably.
Like, I'm gonna be honest, that was great. and the person that put the cat butt on the bag.
yeah,
Also that person.
And also I assume it's probably the same person who made the eye patch mascot.
Probably, yeah.
Like, there are
I hope
certain...
these people. I hope these people live a good life. Thank you for enriching mine.
There are certain just visual elements to this game that really do have room to create a nice, just cyberpunk world. But there's always those missing pieces to make everything feel... that fail to make everything feel cohesive in the first place.
Yeah.
I think that's why it's
The words are hard and English is
and
bullshit.
speak,
Indeed.
mother. So I think what frustrates me specifically is that, like we all said, the art direction, like the whole aesthetic and the idea behind it is great, but the gameplay and the stability of the game itself is so bad
Yeah.
that the whole setting feels wasted, and that's what annoys me, because the aesthetic and the idea is cool, is great, but feels wasted on the gameplay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there are things that feel fascinating if built upon. There are things that you can tell there were elements of thought that did not make it into the final product. The prevalence of entire branches of UV-based weapons is something that creates a nice bit of intrigue, potentially, that just is held back by two very major parts. One, solo weapons feeling useless for most missions because of the lack of demons in the arsenal.
And the fact that you can chew through the big boys with the shields with enough penetration.
Yeah. So they end up feeling lackluster for the most part, which removes the lion's share of the intrigue, unfortunately.
Yeah. They also, because of how quickly enemies swarm you, even taking the second to swap between your weapons, it hurts. Like, you end up taking a fuck ton of damage for it if you are forced to swap in the middle of a wave where demons are suddenly coming out where they weren't before. Like, it actively, like, feels bad to swap to and use your solar weapon and then swap back because it does shit for dick damage against, everything that isn't a demon or a shield.
Yeah. Which... Again...
I think...
Just, again...
Taking a drink of water.
Going back to the recurring plot thread of the only character that seems designed around what this game actually is, seems to be Mashaka.
Yeah.
Because Mashaka having such an access to fire damage within their kit means that if anyone could use just two solo weapons comfortably, that's who it is.
Yeah. See, the thing is that this is an issue that could be very easily fixed by just a better wave design. Because if you design so that way, certain waves would just be all demons or all guys with shields, so you would have a reason to swap out to your solar weapon and use it for a good, period of time and actually feel like you're doing something with it, and then change back to the enemies that need kinetics, so that way you keep that, that quick swapping, going. That would work a lot better, but you'd have to focus on actually designing your waves appropriately, which is a problem that this game has. Like, it does not... and I went over this when we played on Tuesday as well, but, like, it does not design its waves well to accommodate for player flow. And on top of the fact of it just constantly spawning enemies behind you, too. And also, the fact that there's no real good damage indicators for when you're getting hit from behind. Like, and I hate to keep bringing up Destiny with this, but it's... Frankly... Destiny actually does well in all the areas that this game really fails at, such as damage indicators. I see them pop up on the screen, and I know exactly where that fucking enemy is that's hitting me. I know when I'm getting hit from behind. I know when I'm getting hit from the side from enemies that I couldn't see. I don't know when that's happening in this game. I just fucking melt.
Yeah, and honestly, the Destiny comparisons are valid in the first place, because you can tell it's something that, whether a lead designer or an executive wanted this to emulate more, there is between the prominence of an underutilized element system, the way that the classes are designed. Basically, this is
A warlock, a titan, and a hunter.
yeah. This
But
is
the shittiest hunter that ever existed.
this is loot drops and an open hub area away from following Destiny's formula more 1-to-1.
Yeah.
My game crashed.
I was about to say, did you just like get annoyed and leave, Yogi?
No.
The game got mad that we were fucking berating it.
I was out to the toilet, and when I came back, I saw my wallpaper, and I was like, it crashed.
It just crashed.
It did. It just broke. And just this is a game that has, or potentially had, potential. That it's because, for one, there are few co-op games that allow for this degree of mobility between everyone having a mobility tool and telefeeding.
Yeah, definitely.
And in the early parts of the game, telefeeding is so very satisfying. Until telefeeding ends up getting you right into the thick of it, and then you're taking bullets from all 360
Everywhere.
degrees.
Yeah.
And it's... which is also not bad with the fact... does not pair well with the fact that after those initial 1.5 levels, you start to really feel how the aiming in this game struggles.
Have fun with the Dorito Pope show.
Best of luck with the Winter Jet Fest.
I think what is most infuriating about this is the fact that this is a game with potential.
Yeah.
Like, and it wouldn't take that much to actually make it a much more fun experience. Like, obviously, outside of my criticisms of Victoria, because frankly that is something that could be solved with updates, all they would have to do, really, is do tighter designs on the waves. Have more thought and care put into how and when enemies spawn and what enemies are spawning. That's all it would need. That is genuinely all it would need, and it would be so much more fun of an experience.
Yeah. That combined with some better audiovisual cues on things like the objective and where you're being shot from. Because...
and even then, with tighter like control over the waves, that could still mitigate a lot of that. Because if you didn't have enemies just constantly spawning, it would be more clear, like, okay, cool, we move on to the next objective. Or or if you want enemies constantly spawning and just, you know, have them like have the actual density taper off significantly. And have that be your indicator to move forward. Like, yes, there should be better visual indicators, but even then, that could still be mitigated by just controlling the waves of enemies better.
Yeah,
and same with things shooting you from behind. Because if they didn't have shit constantly fucking spawning behind you, that wouldn't be the problem that it is. You would your play would very easily adapt around it.
Yeah, and there's groundwork for this already, because there are points, rarely, where they cut off spawns and move them further along the level. If they did this earlier, so then it's we've cleared out the enemies here, the enemies then guide you toward the next part of the objective.
Yeah.
And then just, the natural... Plus, there's also work well within the game's own score-based design system, because half the reason that sometimes I don't move on myself is because the time limit for the combo modifier will run out by moving to the objective because there's going to be no enemies in there.
Yep.
Which means, by the game's combo design and score system, and I believe it's touching the experience as well.
It absolutely is, which is why I've been lagging behind in experience from both of you so fucking significantly. Because none of my shit is designed for mass killing enemies. But the combo system, the whole game, is centered around mass killing enemies quickly. My kit is not designed to do that.
Indeed. Which, just, the way this game currently operates almost rewards actually just embracing the infinite waves to farm points.
Yep. Straight up.
Which, having the enemies actually guide you toward the objectives, especially because the objectives provide you with points which can thrive on those higher multipliers, then creates that constant motion through the game. And it's
And
just...
it would also prevent you from getting pinned down in a corridor if you end up getting pincered.
Yeah, because then being pincered is the result of a mistake. You didn't actually clear out the room you were in before, you ran ahead too early, and now you're dealing with enemies from the front, and all those runners from behind. Rather than just, there's a corridor, therefore die.
Yeah.
Teleport or die.
And even then, keep your fingers crossed that the teleport fucking works for you. Works correctly. So yeah, like I said, a lot of the issues that make this game unfun would be solved literally just by fucking wave design. That's it. That's all it would need.
Yeah.
It would be a serviceable, fun game. Now, to make it better, yes, you would absolutely have to work on the UI. You would have to so that way, like, where you're getting hit from and your objectives are much more clear. You would have to actually, like I said, you'd have to completely fucking retool Victoria so she actually works with the way that the game is meant to be played, right? But just by changing how the waves in the levels work, you would instantly transform this game.
Yeah, this is definitely a game that I believe this is server-based, which creates a bit of a problem. Because I believe it is much more difficult to create a community patch for a server-based game.
Yes, correct. Because the enemies would be being spawned through server-side instructions, so it's not something that the community would actually be able to do at all.
Yeah.
Which also means that when this game inevitably dies, people aren't even going to be able to fix it themselves. Because, frankly, unless the devs do something, like, serious to get this game, like implement either the sort of stuff that we're talking about or something analogous thereof, this game is going to die. This game is already pretty much dead.
Yeah, it's... And, of course, I will always beat the drum of media archival. Especially because...
Bad games deserve to be archived.
Because look at how much we can talk about this game that very likely will not be playable with permanence. The good and the bad, the number of things you can learn about the easily overlooked mistakes that are made here, as well as the potential, the things that it could lean into more. Things that this could have been so very easily.
Yeah. I'm gonna use the bathroom and also give Yogi a chance to talk because you and I have also been, like, yapping and hardly given them a chance to chime in.
Very fair.
Oh, it's fine. I had nothing to add, actually. You guys were really putting out thoughts along the same line that I had.
Very fair, and it's...
Because yeah, even if this was a mediocre experience, it should definitely be preserved.
Mhm.
And the fact that this game was, or it seems like it was set up to be a life service game, doesn't do it any favors.
Yeah, doubly so since, well, being whether initially designed or not to be live service, it did not get anything from that banner.
Yep. It's sad because the moment the servers close down, this game will be lost, basically. Unless some people manage to crack it. But on the other hand of that, giving the middling quality of gameplay, I don't think people will put in enough work to crack this game. Honestly, I wouldn't.
Yeah, no, it's... This definitely feels like one of those games that unfortunately will require... This is one of those games that unfortunately hits in the dead zone. It is something that most people will overlook, and therefore not really get a chance to breathe, even from a development side. But because of this aim for a live service angle, which is incredibly feast or famine by nature, and because of this game being very server-side, unless we're fortunate and the server side is just for things like the side objectives.
No, because if it wasn't like the server side, then we still would have been able to like actually do more in the game.
Yeah, fair. Welcome back.
Thank you.
But it's in the point where it's going to be hard to create a community patch for, it's going to be hard to archive, and it doesn't have enough attention to... It doesn't have enough of a limelight to grab the attention of everyone who might care to archive it in the first place. Similarly, because the fact that it's something that will go under people's radar, it won't even really warrant a spiritual successor. No one's going to replay this and try to make something similar. Which is part of the tragedy of how many games are so easily lost in this push for server-side control.
So yeah.
Yeah, I don't really have much more to add to this.
Yeah. I think we've thoroughly yapped over all the points we wanted to make and vent. Because it is really such a shame that this, like, annoyingly had promise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be... Because there are... To oversimplify things, there are three main kinds of just bad or mediocre games. There are games that are just where the jank is the charm. We're trying to see just how far you can dismantle the game is half of the enjoyment. you have the games that are designed too safely and end up having no identity whatsoever. And then you have games like this, which are probably the most deflating. Because while I think the ones without vision are, at least in my opinion, the worst and most forgettable, they also don't warrant an emotion. Whereas this is almost defeating for it to be bad because of the ideas that will be lost as a result. You know?
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. But like I said, I hope that at least the people who are in charge of the at least the stellar like art direction, you know, get a nice job somewhere else. Because I would love to see like where those people, you know, end up and are able to create in the future. So like I said, the 2D art design for this game is phenomenal. It's incredibly stylish and it's incredibly polished. And it's just unfortunately bogged down by the game.
Yeah. Just the method of gun customization is interesting and underutilized. The enemies are repetitive and
Boring.
yeah. It's just, hey, this one's beefier.
This one's beefier. This one snipes you.
And so any of the intrigue around the guns and buildings quickly falls by the wayside because you actually warrant it. Let this be a lesson, children. Don't make a live service game.
Indeed. This would have been much better if it wasn't they weren't trying to make it a live service.
Yeah, no, I part of me wonders if it shifted to a live service game, part with the development, part maybe because the budget was running low and they were hoping on some feast rather than famine, which, no, it wasn't going to happen. Sorry. But, you know, the live service model only works if you are willing to dedicate extensive amounts of time and budget to it over a long period of time. It has to
And you have to be lucky, which I think is the thing that a lot of developers miss out when it comes to live service stuff. You have to be lucky. You have to not only have a very good product, you have to be lucky to actually be able to get enough attention on your game for it to actually sustain through the initial startup period. And unfortunately, most developers do not have that luck, nor do they have the capital to actually survive being in the red for a while.
Yeah, no, it's because live service design really is following with the philosophies of venture capitalism. It's you are on borrowed money and borrowed time, and most of you will drown. Fundamentally.
Yep. I closed the lobby.
Valid.
I was getting really tired of listening to the lobby music.
Understandably.
Very understandable.
But, and plus there's an additional character background for not having a character yet.
Yeah.
This is the first one I've actually seen it at any length.
Yeah, and it's really cool.
Absolutely.
Sadly.
Just.
Why couldn't this have been like Victoria or Leon's background?
Yeah,
It
this
would fit either of them better.
indeed.
Annoying.
Very.
It's,
I said
like,
it's
the
a
more I look
stylish,
at it,
like the actual design work in the UIs and the opening movies and everything. Like it's all very stylish. It's all very nice. And then it's just,
meh.
eh.
Indeed.
But we can at least say we played through this game,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah,
Yep.
and even if the game itself is not archived, at least these thoughts will be.
I hope they will not be archived because I'm just annoyed. I hope I can forget about this game in like 2 years or something.
I mean, look, you are free to forget about them. However, this VOD will be archived, so
Yeah.
someone somewhere can still stumble upon this and have these thoughts verbalized as a source of inspiration, even if this game itself is no longer available by that time, most likely.
Yeah.
It'll be on YouTube forever, or at least as long as YouTube exists.
Indeed.
Yeah. And then someone will see it and be like, these people are right. I'm gonna make my game better than this. And then we're gonna be very happy.
Indeed.
At least in my wishful thinking. Isn't it?
Thank you.
Bless you.
Hey.
But as we are definitely winding down on thoughts. Lilith,
Yes.
where can people at home find you?
Oh, well, you already shouted me out, so you can find me there. You can also find me under blue. It's my turn to have the can't talk stick. You can also find me on Blue Sky at lilithnox.vtubers.social. I exist. I probably won't exist for the rest of the month. You probably won't see much of me. There may be a gorilla stream by the end of the week for either Soul Reaver or The Legend of Zelda. That depends entirely on how I feel, though. I'll be more active again in January. I'm just going to be out of town for like a week and a half. And then recovering from being social, because being social is scary.
Indeed. I'd ask you what people can expect next, but you already answered that. And is there anything you're hoping to do in January? Or
I get the next stage of my stream pet project up and running. I'd actually like to be able to have at least the basics of the evolution system functional and available for chat to interact with.
excellent. Chat does seem to somewhat enjoy the chat pet, even if they repeatedly let it down.
I think that's part of the fun for them, honestly.
At least for some of them. How many times has it died now?
25.
25 deaths. And how long has it been active?
A few months.
Longer than 25. That's all that counts. Right?
There have
What do you
been
mean longer than 25?
there have been streams that it has survived at
25
least.
what? Yeah, there have been multiple streams where it's survived. Usually thanks to Yogi or Ash.
Indeed.
You know?
I should
It's hard enough.
definitely have like something pop up in chat when it gets near death.
Probably.
That would probably be a good idea because sometimes you're just caught up in stream as a viewer and you gotta be honest, sometimes I forget about the pet.
Yeah. mean, that's kind of the point, though, is like, how many times did people forget about their Tamagotchis and let them die, and then feel bad about it? Like, it's
Way too
part
many.
of the Tamagotchi experience. That's why I remind you all of how many times you've let it die. Subtly guilt tripping.
Very important. And Yogi, where can people at home
Yes.
find you?
Probably soon in my bed if if people actually care to do so.
Oh, well.
Eh,
Sleeping like a rock. Because I've been EP like half the day.
Rude.
Aside from that, they can find me on Twitch, on Blue Sky, on Discord, on basically any social media platform under EvilVEvil. Yeah. Not much content yet, but I'm always free to like respond to messages if people want them. Usually not busy. I only seem busy. I promise. This is a cry for help. Please, people. You're free to talk to me. I'm not that scary. I promise.
No, Yogi is, in fact, a big old teddy bear pushover. Can confirm.
Indeed. Alright. Where should we send the folks at home tonight?
I have a raid suggestion
Mhm.
today. It is a friend of mine, Lunari Valkyrie. I'll put their name in the side chat.
Okay.
Good suggestion. No objection.
Yeah.
Alright.
I love Valk. She's super sweet.
Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us tonight. Thank you very much, Vesper, for the raid. Tonight we'll be sending things over to Lunari Valkyrie. Please do be sure to give them as much of your affection as you can. I will return tomorrow with one last showcase of Renfield, Bring Your Own Blood, as an epilogue to our vampire marathon before getting into a small Christmas-themed showcase for about 2 weeks.
Woo.
Ooh.
But until then, please do all that you can to enjoy the remainder of your evening, and as always, take care and good night.
Bye-bye!
Bye.